Welcome everyone. This is your girl Rara, and this is the first Rara show where we delve into the intricacies of life, of love, and of family. If this is the first time you are seeing this beautiful face, welcome to this channel. Make sure that you join this family by clicking on the subscribe button on the right hand corner of your screen. Guys, there is so much to unpack from this movie. If you haven't yet watched Sold by Opeyemi on Deep Thoughts TV, make sure that after you finish watching this video, you go on to that channel because there's so much to unpack. So guys, without wasting much time, let us just go straight into the video. The movie Sold by Opeyemi throws more light on the area of deception and oversharing, of which many of us can be victims, or we can also be perpetrators of these acts. So guys, the movie is all about a particular man called Bamidele. He has a wonderful family, but he has one serious problem. That guy is a manipulator. He uses compliments to kind of get people to warm up towards him. You know, he's a businessman. He works in a corporate industry. However, his boss is very strict, and in order for him to get towards her good side, he uses compliments, and he forgets that there is a blurry line between flirting and being nice.
Smell. This is the kind of smell anyone should wake up to every morning.
He is trying to be nice. Maybe he did not have a bad mind about it, but the bosses takes it a different way, and she ends up falling in love with him. Meanwhile, this is a guy that does so with other ladies as well, and he uses that to kind of manipulate women to do his bidding. His dear wife is actually a very beautiful woman, but while her husband is giving other women outside the marriage all these compliments and sweet words, he does not compliment his wife. He doesn't say nice things to his wife. That's the aspect of the deception. Now, the aspect of the oversharing is when certain people in the movie, including Bamidele himself, his wife's sister, his mother, you know, they kind of overshare to other people without actually minding of the other person's state of being, whether they are actually happy with them or they could be jealous of them. So this movie throws more light on the spiritual aspect of oversharing. That is why I want all of you to watch this movie. Before we get into a few lessons, I want us to note that it is not bad to sell yourself. However, you must not expose your personal life to the outside world who don't even care, to people that are kind of dealing with their own life, their own struggles. You don't have to open up your life to everybody, especially now that we are in the social media era. When it comes to the aspect of business, when it comes to the aspect of what you do for a living, people have to see you. You have to be visible, so you have to sell yourself, but your personal space should only be showcased to people that you trust. Even family members, not every family member may be happy for you concerning one aspect of your life or another. So you have to read in between the lines, and you have to be very discerning. So guys, let's go to the first lesson. The first lesson that I want us to notice in the movie is that we have to be sensitive of people's struggles. People are living their lives. Sometimes their struggles can be seen easily. For instance, if somebody doesn't have a husband, if somebody is living a very difficult life, if somebody is finding it difficult to have the fruit of the womb, these are things that you can easily depict in people's lives. However, there are some of the struggles that are silent. So you have to be mindful of what you share to people whenever you are excited. It is going to be very insensitive when you are sharing a good news to someone who is actually praying for that same thing. Even though that person may not have been jealous of you before, the fact that you are just lavishing around, and it's like you're just trying to rub your success on them and all of those things, they are naturally going to be jealous because they are human. There are some people that when they are jealous, they cannot control it, and then it will lead them to sin. Whereas for you, if you are jealous, you can easily realize it, and then it will not lead you to sin. But not everyone is like you, so you have to be mindful of sharing your good news to people. I read on Silent Beats one time a story that shook me. It was a story of a lady. She shared that she lost her pregnancy because of her jealous friend. Now, this was the story. She had this friend for a very long time. They were kind of best friends, and she was even that lady's maid of honor. Now, her friend had been married for a long time without getting the fruit of the womb, and they've even been praying together. So this friend now gets married, and she invites the other lady to also be her bridesmaid because she was her bridesmaid, but her lady declined for whatsoever reason. Now fast forward, she got married, and within months she was already pregnant. So as happy as she was, she shared the news with her friend who had been married for about 5 years plus without the fruit of the womb. Her friend immediately after getting that information started withdrawing from her. And this lady was not wise. She was not smart. Because instead of her to take that cue, she was trying to push the friendship. She was trying to get back the kind of friendship that they had. So on one particular day, she was able to actually convince her friend to go for lunch with her because her friend had been avoiding her and they had not been able to go to lunch together. They had been working at the same place. Now, when they got to the place, her friend ordered her meal. She also ordered her meal. Her friend got egg as part of her food. And whilst her friend was eating, she just took her egg and placed it in this lady's food. This lady, without being discerning, took the egg that her friend had placed in her food and she ate the egg. When she got home that particular night, she lost her baby. She had a miscarriage that particular night. And this is some of the predicament that some of us put ourselves into because we overshare. So I'm so happy that the movie Sold actually threw more light on the spiritual aspect of things so that some of us can be wise. Sometimes we just take things for granted, but when we see or when we watch movies like this, then it can help us to make certain decisions that will not be detrimental to us. The next lesson that we can learn from this movie is that we have to be self-aware of who we are. There are some people that naturally, when you meet them, even on the first day, you can know everything about them, every detail about them. And so when you are self-aware and you know that you have the problem of oversharing, then you can put certain measures in place, such as boundaries. You can also evaluate your conversations. When you have a conversation with somebody, you can play back the conversation and ask yourself, did I overshare? Is this information applicable here? Is this something that I can share with this person at this moment? Because sometimes you can share things with people, but it's not the right time to share it with them. There was another instance that I remember, Uncle Ebo in Ghana. He mentioned a story one time of how he and his wife had been trying to get the fruit of the womb for a long time. They've not been able to, have their own children. And he had a son, somebody that looked up to him like a mentee. And one day this guy just barged into their house, was screaming, "Oh, Uncle Ebo, Uncle Ebo, Uncle Ebo." Like, what is it? This guy starts screaming, "I am a man, I am a man." "Why are you a man?" He said, "Oh, my wife has delivered." You can imagine, this is a man and his wife that they are trying to have the fruit of the womb. Then you are so insensitive that you are coming to rub your success in their face. Even though you are excited, you have to have wisdom. Sometimes people get jealous because of our actions. So when you realize that this is the person that you are, you have to set boundaries with yourself. Boundaries are supposed to be in place so as to protect us and our loved ones, our family members, our spouses, and so as to maintain our integrity. This brings us to the end of this video. I know it's quite short. Also, share this video to everybody that you know so that they can become informed. And guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up so that I can know that you enjoy this video, and then I can make more videos like this. Also, if you haven't yet joined this family, do so now by subscribing. Until we meet again, I'll see you all in my next video. It's bye for now.